that I was watching. I didn't watch, but a lot of these younger girls, 12, 13, 14-year-olds, they were dressed in a manner
And what?
that bothered me.
Why?
Because they're 12, 13, 14
No,
years.
really, but how were they dressed? Sleeveless? Was that the problem?
No, the sleeve, even though sleeveless, no, it didn't bother me, the sleeveless.
Okay, so what
But the
bothered
short
you?
skirts, I mean, all of them were walking around like they thought
Is that the style now?
I don't care if it's a style.
No. I didn't ask you if you care. I asked you if is that the style out there.
Esty, is it the style to wear short skirts above your knees? I'm talking way above your knees.
Yeah, who made the decision above your knees? That's like a Jewish thing. Like above, like who made the line the knees?
No, it's not the knees, but wearing it above the knees, it's like
No, he's complaining about
I'm complaining about 12, 13, 14-year-old girls. Unacceptable.
Who decided?
Me.
No, why do you do that? Because,
they're kids.
No, because in the Torah it says cover your knees. Why is the knees the line? Why, like, who decided that that's where it's considered modest?
See, you're going.
I don't know anywhere it says in the Torah cover you.
Sure, it says modesty. Modesty.
Not modesty.
That's not what she said.
What did she say?
Get technical if you're talking about the Torah. You got to be exact.
Okay, I'm not going to. I'm talking I'm talking human nature. Young girls under the age of 21 years old should not be dressing like little curvers. Oh, by the way.
What do you mean, little kids? Let them dress, it's hot. Let them wear what they want.
No.
Yeah, why didn't you bundle them up? Let them breathe.
What did you want besides a little longer on the skirt side?
I wanted to make sure that
so no short sleeves, you have to cover your neck. Like, where is the line?
Sleeves are fine. Sleeves are fine. The neck, you have to be covered up to the neck.
Where up to the neck?
Well, up top to the neck.
Really? Because a lot of people don't dress like that.
This top button's got to be closed?
It's not closed. A little lower, but not too low.
Dude, movie stars wear nothing.
I don't want to hear about movie stars. That's another problem I have with them. They were anti-stupid show, that Billboard singing show. These stars were dressed naked. I saw it naked.
These are the times you're living in.
I am not living in these times. These should be controlled situations.
We're out of the 50s or whatever year it was. There was a lot of repression. Now we're the other extreme.
What you do at home is fine. Not when you're on the street or other people.
Can't tell someone else what to do.
I could sure mention it.
I don't understand.
Some people just don't care.
You obviously have a whole neighborhood, a whole group of people that's classmates, I assume most of them, of the girls. And obviously they're all in sync with each other. You're the outsider coming in and you're telling them, oh, I don't like it. Right. What do you mean? This is how they live. And it's not one. You said they were all like that.
So now let me go a step further, Mr. Smarty Pants UNST. A couple of the young kids, young boys and girls that were at the bat mitzvah, nephews and nieces, they sat down with me and they said, Uncle Heshy, we have a question for you. We hear that you're against marijuana, which is a normal, and they're telling me they already are thinking about smoking marijuana, and a couple of the young boys, 15, 16 years old, thought they were being smart by grabbing the liquor off the table.
I know someone who started smoking at 12. It just happens, your friends, whatever. They're fine, they're alive, they're good.
It's not a normal thing, Esty. It's not a normal thing. So these guys.
Who are you, the judge and jury of the universe?
So we are raising a new generation of alcoholics and druggies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's their choice.
And workless. And workless. They don't work.
Right.
They have no discipline to get up, to go. Time means nothing.
Right.
Hey, you start the job at 8.
All right,
boys. But 11:30, they come rolling in. Yeah,
Hold on. I have a great quote.
You know what? I want you to know my nephew, who's here today, and he's our assistant producer for the next 2 days. He's our intern. He decided today, I called him up at 10 o'clock in the house. I said, where are you? Oh, I'm sleeping. I said, you're supposed to be at work. No, I don't come to work before 10:30, 11 o'clock. Where is he? He's by the window.
What kind of work is this? Maybe I can get something.
I know that.
It works into my schedule.
But I'm not paying him anyways. Oh, like you. I'm not paying
Hold on. I have a quote on the topic we were just talking about. And if you don't think this quote is smart, then I just give up on you.
You're going to give up on me.
No, you'll never give up.
How can you give up on me?
I give up on you. It would be like, no matter what I say, I can't please you. Because this is a great quote, and I made it up.
You better be good.
Okay, fine. Okay. Mm-hmm. America, taking our freedom away legally. It's brilliant, and you know it.
I don't get it.
America taking our freedom away legally because it's supposed to be freedom. Neil, do you get it?
I get it.
Did you like it?
I like it.
Okay, fine. Neil, it's a good quote. You don't have to bash it. One quote that I thought of you could like.
He criticized a beautiful quote that I came up with, and he's letting you get away with that crap.
Why is that crap? It's like it's just crap? A funny little thing.
It's if you watch how they're restricting us over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
they're doing it legally.
Yeah,
you understand?
So it's a funny, cute quote. Like you're crazy.
Creating new laws, changing things, but
it's impossible what's going on.
Yeah, people.
I read today about the programs that they want to implement for illegal immigrants. Okay,
yeah.
They want to give them everything. Housing, they want to give them
money,
spending money. They want to give them this, that. I mean, they had a list.
And what's the problem with that, Neil? You have a problem with that?
Yeah, I have a problem as long as there's one poor American to give an immigrant money.
Why are they different?
I will not. They are different. They're not.
Everybody who
privileges like the credit card advertisers. Being an American has its privileges.
But everybody who comes to this country should be and wants to live here should be an American. Sure, we should check it out.
No, there should be an immigration system, but not a broken one. You can't do this. Yes. No other country does it. All the little
fine.
countries.
So people.
Okay,
people. If you
now I'm talking crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Try to sneak from from Colombia to Nicaragua. See if you make it across the border.
Okay.
Do you know if you land in Canada, you automatically become a citizen?
Nice.
If you land,
you come to Canada and you ask to be a citizen, immediately become a citizen.
So why aren't they going there? Why are they coming to America then?
Because over here there's a different system, and they end up being accepted as Americans.
Right, and
their children. The main thing is for most of them is they want to give birth here.
Right. You understand? America's a much better system.
And that, by the way, should be a crock law. That law should be written out.
Okay.
And if you just give birth here, you don't live here, you haven't lived here for 2 years or whatever, you just came here to have a baby and, no, unacceptable.
Okay, so, back to my quote. If anybody did like it, please call in at hold on. 718-303-9090. This is the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Get us on Facebook, Twitter. We're live on YouTube. Just type in Just Enough Heshy.
By the way, we got to tell everybody that these are our last 2 shows. Next week we're off due to the Memorial Day and Jewish Shavuos holiday. That's coming up, so you're going to get a week off from us and come back with you're going to miss us, so try to listen to these shows and enjoy them.
I'm going away for Shavuos.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to my uncle makes these events. It's singles events. It's more like older people, but I go because it's my uncle, and I don't know. I enjoy it.
Oh, you're going to go to a single event, try to meet a guy?
No, because they're like older.
What does older mean to you, Esty?
Like 40.
40?
Come on, she's a young girl.
I didn't say old. I said older.
Okay.
Like fine. What? Like.
1 minute, I missed what you said in the beginning. What?
No, I'm going to my uncle's event, and there's singles there, but everyone's like over 40. They're not for me, I mean, some young people.
How many people show up about?
I don't know. This time he's like packed. He like has almost nothing
Where's the event?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm saying 4 hours or.
No, maybe upstate or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Okay.
You think I should go?
I think you should go.
Could you go? I'll meet you there, and we'll chill together because I don't know people there. Come on.
You don't even know.
We'll come back BF.
You don't even know where it is. My question is, if a guy comes over to you, say he's like 39, 40 years old, good-looking guy, handsome, built like a muscle, like.
Wait, why? What was the first thing you said?
A 40-year-old.
Yeah, no.
A 40-year-old guy.
No way in hell.
Wait, stop a moment. A guy like comes over to you. He looks like what's your favorite actor? The most handsome guy in the whole planet.
I don't know his name.
Tom Cruise.
Hells no.
Whatever. One of your local Corver pigs, and he comes over and he says to you, "Look at me. You're beautiful, handsome, but I'm 40 years old. And I have $17 million, and I'm willing to give you $3 million just to." Marry me, to date me for the next year. Maybe you'll marry me.
Hold on. Date I would do, but marry I wouldn't, because who has to pay me to like marry them. That seems a bit ridiculous.
You know,
She knows
you
what I
think
meant.
money is more valuable than it really is.
Money-
I want you to know something.
Money buys all.
Talk. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No,
If someone's sick in the hospital, right? Oh, you can't cure. Money
forget
can't
about
cure
that. Let's not get
illnesses.
that
Yeah,
far.
it's the
Let's
closest
not
thing.
even get that far.
Okay.
Let's just go into your own mind. Whatever your hang-ups are and certain whatever little intricate details about the way you do things and think will not be affected by money. In other words, if you're a crackpot that, let's say, has to put coffee in his chicken soup, you're a crackpot. That's what you do. Or you're a crackpot. You only buy used clothing. There are people out there. They only buy used clothing.
Right. Second-hand
You're a
clothing.
crackpot like that. Now, what is that?
Well,
worth?
I don't want SD to marry a crackpot, but if you have a nice guy, 40 years old, who hasn't been married,
No,
why would you want to marry someone
money
younger?
is okay.
I don't trust that.
you know what? Well, you don't trust him.
I would date him. I would not marry him.
So you would date him, use him, and never marry him ever, even if
I'm not using him. He said, "Hey, if you want to do this," but no, you cannot marry someone who pays you.
Use him if the price is right.
Can I just tell you something? You know, the Shavuos holiday is coming, and the Jewish people need flowers all over the place.
Oh, yeah, they need a
And
flower?
there's a nice guy called Bella Floria.
Yeah, I want flowers.
F-L-E-U-R-A. I'm going to make him send you. Floral Designs, 347-671-7562, 347-671-7562, or you could email him at yoel.bellafleuri.
How are you supposed to remember that?
I know, I got to post it at gmail.com, or you just call Floral Designs at Bella Floria, and it's 347 671-7562. Ask for Yoel, and he's very good, well placed, and they deliver it, and you can have it for the Jewish holiday, and that's the stuff like that. So,
if you want me to bring up a topic at any point, totally could do that.
I can let you bring up a topic. I want to just tell you something. I want to quote something for the Jewish people right now, and
Okay.
for
Jewish people?
the Jewish holiday.
So no one else can accept it.
Yeah, everybody can accept it. The Jewish holiday of Shavuos is coming.
Wow,
And that's-
that reminds me, by the way, I read an article. I know I'm interrupting.
No, you're not
but
interrupting. I
but
love
it's
you.
cool.
Go ahead.
I read an article on somebody's website today, a religious site, on two people that one of them at the age of 17 converted to Judaism, and one of them at the age of maybe 30, 40 converted to Judaism.
Right.
And no, the one who was younger, the first one, did not do the actual conversion, but lived as an Orthodox Jew.
Wow.
For like 10 years. And then, you know what dogma is?
Dogma,
No.
yeah.
It's like, saying, rules of, like this.
Conduct?
No, just rules,
It's
Okay.
the rules of
dogma. It's
it's heavenly.
it's like Shabbos. If you don't keep it, you get strike down. Da 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 da.
Okay.
Like when heavy duty.
right.
Okay.
Getting into heaven is like only
Right.
if you do certain things. You
Right,
can't just say
right.
I'm going to heaven.
So every
everyone goes to
religious
heaven.
has that. Part
You know the
Got it.
angels. The angels are certain.
Go on with your story.
So she said that what drove her away, and she's very happy she did it. She loves the Jewish people, this and that. What drove her away was how people were just doing more stricter stuff and more ritual stuff than actually just being friendly and nice to each other and stuff like that. And she just got so sick of it after a while, she couldn't handle. She saw it as not living the true Torah. That's what she saw it
You
as.
know what? You see, here's your problem.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm just telling you what I read.
But a lot of people,
somewhere
we went to according to tradition and according to what we've learned as growing up, that we were all at Mount Sinai, and God came out of the heavens and started to give us the 10 Commandments. The problem that I had with that is when we were there, it was so much noise and screaming and hollering that we didn't have time to negotiate. We just got in free and we said, yeah, give it to us. If we were smart enough, we would have said, hey, man, we agreed to your terms, but you got to give us a break. And good Jewish people, we would have been able to negotiate a better deal. Not like these
What
other.
kind of deal do you think you would have changed?
Like you could eat ham? Like what's the?
No. I
you
wouldn't.
want the pigs? Is that what you want?
I would have negotiated down.
Shabbos should be half a day.
No, I wouldn't negotiate it. But there's a bunch of command. For example, let's see.
Buying Nesric Lulav, too
There would have
much.
been something I would have
No
renegotiated.
matzah, too expensive.
I would do the modesty thing.
Exactly, the modesty. We could have renegotiated that one.
Yeah, that you can wear whatever you want, and it's not such a big thing. We could have done it.
Well,
Adam and Eve didn't even notice they were naked, right?
Yeah, but
We
I
could have done something
disagree
cool.
with that. I disagree with that because you're walking around like a hooker. By the way, Neil, when I was at the bat mitzvah, there was a video on YouTube that there was a not Jewish guy. He walked around and he started to show a Jewish guy a tattoo, and he showed him the tattoo of matzah. And the guy says matzah means strength, and the Jewish guy felt so bad he couldn't even tell him. So I got a tattoo. Everybody looked by the name of matzah yesterday. It's a fake tattoo, but they gave it out. So I made myself a matzah, and while I was there,
Let me see.
matzah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on there. And then while I was there, I had the young tattoo person draw me Kurva. I wanted Kurva Club, but they didn't do it. So
I wonder how many people are going to call now and rake you over the
Why?
coals.
Why?
Tattoo.
It's a fake tattoo.
It's okay. They don't care.
A fake tattoo is not
Of
legit.
course not, but they're idiots. Who do you think is listening?
Don't stop
So,
that.
yeah, the
Our
number
listeners
here
are
is-
very educated people.
Okay, the number here is 718-303-9090.
Go ahead, Esty. What's our number?
Well, what
Esty?
do we won't talk. Go
We
ahead.
won't talk,
Okay.
Esty.
The number here is 718-303-9090. This is the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Go.
By the way, I want to start you out early today, Neil, with a trivia question.
Right.
Okay.
That'd be
It's
great.
something that I'm hoping to God in heaven that Esty actually can figure this one out. Are you ready for this one? This
But
is
are
not.
we not supposed to tell you?
We're not
Because you
supposed
want
to-
the caller.
I want the
tell
caller
us.
to figure out, but you can pick up your finger and give me the
Yeah, I'll
right
give you the
answer.
finger.
Okay. Esty, this is American history and not such a bad one.
Not my expertise, but go on.
In which war did the most Americans die?
I have no idea.
Wait, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of selections.
Okay, go.
4 selections. Was it the Revolutionary War? Yes, let me explain to you.
I know what that is. Go
You
on.
sure? You sure about that? Okay, that's the war that started America.
Mhm.
Okay, was it World War One? Okay, that was 1914 to 1918, but the Americans didn't get into it till 1917. Was it the United States Civil War in the 1800s, or was it World War II? A, B, C, or D?
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you really don't know.
I'm just guessing.
It's a simple answer.
No, it's funny because I thought it was a different war completely.
No. But now, and let me just give
It's
you a
not
hint.
even on the list.
And
Is it this one?
I'm going to give you a hint. Are you ready? Approximately 618,000 men were killed in this war. By far the greatest toll of any American war in history.
Oh.
A new study suggests that the war's death toll could have undercounted the dead by as many as 130,000.
Oh, it's that
At any
old
rate, the
war.
casualties exceeded the nation's loss in all its wars, from the Revolutionary through the Vietnam War. This particular war had more than all these other wars combined, and one battle was the costliest battle. Here's your little hint.
Yeah.
The battle was based on the number. The battle was a 3-day battle from July 1 through the July 3.
Yeah.
Approximately 51,112 people were killed, wounded, missing, or captured. Again, was it the Revolutionary War, World War I, the U.S. Civil War, or World War II? I knew this answer right
Is it
away
this
when
one?
I got it. No, SD, you were
I
wrong.
thought it was this one originally, but
You were right
What
about
am I
that.
trying-
I was right the
Choices
first time.
The American Revolution, World War I, the Civil War, or the World War II.
That was my first choice. I
See,
changed it last minute.
It's either this or this.
Nice.
Wow.
Same thing as me.
Why don't you tell the whole crowd on YouTube? You just gave them the answer.
I'm not supposed to be on YouTube.
Anyways,
Am I
right? You're 100% right on the second answer.
right? Okay.
Anyways, guys,
Should we take a caller? No.
You can take-
Now, what you want to give credit to, like the yeshiva I went to?
yes,
that
I
know
want to
this?
give you credit.
So yes, this is the
Shiva.
Just Enough Heshy Show. You
But
can
bef-
call in at 917. Not
303-9090.
No, 718-303-9090.
But before we go to the callers, I want to just say one thing. Everybody's bitching about more cops on the street. We have more killing, more shooting. Matter of fact, the other day there was a rapper driving his Porsche SD, and somebody pulled up in front of him, just a rival guy, and shot him and killed him. And the police are bitching. We need more police. Listen, Mister.
Waco, Texas.
Yeah, Waco, Texas too. You're walking around with guns. It's like a not normal thing. My point that I'm being with you is you're bitching about more cops. Mr. Commissioner, take your stupid ticket people off the street. Take your people who are stopping I was driving on the highway. I did nothing wrong. I wasn't, my phone sits in a cradle on the car, and it fell out. It fell out. I was pushing the button because it got jammed, that stupid Waze thing. It fell out. So it fell on the floor so you could fall under my pedal, and I would die if I wouldn't stop the car. So I picked it up and I was trying to put it back and I was holding it. He saw me 2 lanes over on Atlantic Avenue on the BQ holding my phone. And when I pulled up, I said, listen, man, it fell down. I picked it up. I asked him a question. I asked him 2 questions because I witnessed in the car. Did you see me talking on the phone? He said, no. I said, did you see me texting on the phone? I said, no. He said, I saw you holding it, and I'm writing you a violation for operating. I said, but I wasn't operating it. He says, too bad you can't even hold it. Terrible. Take a couple
dash cams, by the way. I saw a Dove hike, and
I'm going to get myself a dash cam.
And they say you can leave it on 24/7.
Really?
So that you can also be taking security of your house and stuff.
I'm going to get that.
I wonder how much they cost.
I think $60-$70 I hear, but I'm sure they still.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a caller.
Go ahead, Esty. Take a couple callers.
Maybe 6-7.
Hello, Eve. You're on the Just Enough Heshy show.
Hi, how are you? I have an answer for the question you asked.
Go ahead, Eve. Go ahead.
It's the Civil War because both sides were Americans.
100%. You are 100% correct. As a matter of fact, the North lost like 258,000 people, while the South lost like 300,000 Americans died in the Civil War. That's 100% correct. Wow, very, very good answer. Thank you, Eve. That was great.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
You see, she got it on the first shot. That's 100. It's common sense that was the war.
Okay.
Anyways.
Next caller.
Let's take another caller. Go ahead.
Hello. You're on the Just Enough Heshy show.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Heshy, I'd like your statement about our rights. The government's taking away our rights legally, first of all.
That was Esty's statement.
Yep, I got 1 point for my quote. It's brilliant. Go on.
And Hesh, Cousin Hesh.
Yes.
You question Moses. Be careful.
Dun, dun. I'm not questioning Moses.
Well, he was on the mountain.
I question, you know what? I believe in the Almighty in heaven. I know he controls the planet.
It's just a joke.
I shouldn't joke about religion and stuff like that.
No, you joke about whatever.
But I do sometimes lose it, and you are correct. It's a very serious.
What did you say about
topic.
Moses?
The mountain, when he came down, there was a lot of noise going on over there.
Hello, Neil. How are you?
I'm doing, thank God. I think I'm all right.
I've been away for 3 weeks. I've been out of the country, but when I got back, I turned on your show, and I heard that young woman say about the government, and she's right.
Yeah,
they are taking our rights away legally.
And I thought
of that all by myself. I want credit.
It's really gonna hurt us.
And you know what?
To hear you guys again. Shalom,
my friend. And you know what, Peter? Thank you for your call. I want to tell you a funny and interesting story, everybody, about Operation Clean Sweep. But okay, go ahead. No. I'm going to tell you it's true. You're going to love this story. But go ahead.
Can't do it.
Hello, you're on the air with Just Enough Heshy.
Hi, this is Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. How are you?
I'm late. I was going to give the Civil War.
You're very well. You still get 2 points a month. Thank you, Ellen.
Oh, you guys are sounding good tonight.
Thank you, Ellen. Wait till you hear my next little cute story. You're going to love that one.
And I'm discovering I'm agreeing with Neil more and more.
Oh, my God. Yeah, now we have a problem, Ellen. Now we have a problem.
No, we don't. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Keep listening.
So I want you guys to know Operation Clean Sweep, and here's a brilliant idea. There's a place called Bloomington, Washington. There's a city council member called Roy Runyon. And the funny part is he's running for re-election, and he's being opposed in the upcoming re-election bid by, take a guess who? his wife, Kim Faulkner. His wife is running against him. And listen to this.
I love
She
it.
said, listen to this. I just sat down and said, I think the city of Wilmington District 6 needs more qualified people to run for office. And Faulkner, the wife, said, sitting next to that less qualified lawmaker, her husband. And the husband answers back, I was surprised. He's just shocked. Now, this is Operation Clean Sweep. The wife is tired of the garbage. She says, you know what? I'm tired of you. I love you, but I'm going to run against you, and I'm going to knock you out of office. This is what we got to do.
Two people are running against each other?
Not two people, husband and wife.
Nice.
Isn't that a cool story? I think that's a great story. Now, there's another little funny story.
Let's see who will be sweeping at the end of that election.
She's gonna beat him. She's gonna beat him just because whatever he campaigns, she's
only because she's gonna be more conniving.
She's gonna threaten him at home.
Right.
You better lose this election. Yes. Oh, take another call. Oh, you want to do another?
No, okay, fine.
Oh, you want to do another?
Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Yeah, Heshy.
Yeah.
I can get you out of your ticket. I just want to tell you where to look for that in the vehicle and traffic law.
Oh, please.
Okay, look at section 1225 C2, and that will tell you when you're not allowed to use a phone. You can hold the phone in your hand. That doesn't mean you're making a phone call. The law basically provides you're not supposed to be making a phone call using a cell phone. It doesn't say you can't hold a phone. So if you look up section 1225C of the vehicle and traffic law, and specifically section 2, you will get out of your ticket.
I've never seen Heshy smile so much.
I love you.
It's unbelievable.
Because you know what I did when the cop came over and gave me the ticket, and I spoke to him. So he asked me, do you have any questions for me? So I wanted to make sure, because I had a witness in the car, and I asked him 2 questions. I said, first of all, did you see me using the phone? He said, no. I said, did you see me texting on the phone? He said, no. And remember, he was able to see me 2 lanes over on a major highway driving at like 40 miles an hour while he was parked, and he saw me that he claimed that holding the phone. So I said, if you saw me, that means you were able to see all this stuff. And I made sure to ask those questions. And this code of law, that would be wonderful. Anybody writes on the ticket, operating a device, which I said I was not operating.
So just to let you know, the term operating, the word using means using a phone in the immediate proximity of the user's ear. That is considered to be, if you are holding a phone near your ear, the presumption is you're making a phone call. But that's rebuttable. So you could bring in your cell phone records for that particular time and hour or specific time that you were given the ticket to show the court that you were not using the phone, you were not making a phone call.
Oh, not only that, he actually looked at the phone and he saw that it was on Waze, on the what's it called again, on the navigation. He actually saw it, and he actually admitted to this. But I hope when we get to court that he admits to the truth to what he said. You know.
But bring in 1225C, and you'll get off your ticket.
You are wonderful. Thank you. That is now you made my week. Oh, I'm happy now.
Have a good
You see, there's a great gentleman, right?
That is a good gentleman.
He had an issue, and he called
and
in.
you're supposed to help somebody
And
else.
I would like to tell you, I had a great experience this week.
Go ahead.
I'm coming back from the city. I'm on the subway. I'm getting off on Avenue I.
Yeah.
And it has a platform at the bottom of the steps. Whatever the story is, I ended up flat on my face in the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 people within a second were there helping me, making sure I'm all right.
That's
and
nice.
They picked me up, and they stayed with me a couple of minutes.
People do that, yeah.
And Neil,
really nice. I had my own, and no problem.
And Neil,
wait, where were you? You were on Avenue I?
Nationality helped.
Nice.
You should just know.
On Avenue I?
I and McDonald.
Okay, so if you're gonna faint, that's the location.
What?
I'm just kidding.
No.
Anyways,
no, but I was truly impressed with how fast.
I bet you they are listeners, and they know to be good and kind to your fellow man.
I was just super impressed.
Good.
That's all.
That's a good thing. I love that. You see, Neil, that's what people.
There's some neighborhoods, you can just walk by someone like that. They don't do it.
I don't
Right.
think that's true.
Oh yeah.
No.
Someone will always stop. It's like if the one, think about it, we're so trained, like someone falls down, like to not do anything, like people would be like, what, you didn't do anything? So there's a stigma to not do something.
Wow.
Right, but they have a study that says that if there are a lot of people around, usually nothing gets done.
Really?
But if there are less people,
Yes.
so then they come in to help
Very nice.
because they feel like if not for them, it won't happen.
Do you know your favorite friend, Al Sharpton?
My buddy,
Your buddy?
you know, his daughter, right?
I was going to pick that up. His
Bring that
daughter,
up.
Reverend Al Sharpton's daughter, sprained her foot.
How
and-
old is she?
I don't know.
No, I want to know, like, how long is she learning this art of?
But she sprained
Taking.
her ankle and she was shaking down the city for $5 million. Now they catch her climbing a mountain. She climbs a mountain. She's dead. There's no way. There's no way she's gonna get away with that court case. That's for sure not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
But she doesn't. She think she's gonna be caught stupidly with that.
But nobody would tell you that the judge that she will be in front of was put in by Mr. X.
Right.
Mr. X owes Y a favor, and Y happens to know the guy from de Blasio,
Right.
and all this is happening because of that.
Right.
In other words, nothing to do with ankles, this, that.
Right.
They got to get $5 million to Al.
Exactly.
Okay,
Right.
and that's the game.
And that's the game.
And this
Yeah.
is the game.
Yeah.
And if you're on the inside, you know which bulbs have to light up for it to happen. You know, that's the truth.
I got you. I was.
And you love it. I know you
yeah,
love
yeah,
this
yeah.
criminality.
I don't
and all
love the
this stuff,
criminality. You're making a mistake.
You know,
So, by the way, I do have a bone to pick with our little. I have a question for you. You know that Egyptian prime minister or president that was arrested, Morsi, that they threw out of office?
yeah.
Then they found him guilty and they
Right.
gave him 20 years in jail.
Right.
Now,
they're killing him.
now
right?
they're sentencing him to death. I don't get it.
No.
Make up your mind. 20 years in jail. Now you're sentencing him to death.
If you want compassion, please. There are many other people. I'll go with you. Him, let him rot in hell.
Okay, so fine.
Let him burn him.
I'll give you.
The man is a murderous son of a gun.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to give you that. So then, now that they ordered death for this guy from the Boston Marathon bomb.
Yeah.
So what about him? I mean,
Yeah. Unfortunately, it won't happen for 20, 30 years, knowing the way we operate.
but in Egypt, no, about 10 years.
But I
think.
hope. I don't know over there. He was in Massachusetts. I don't know.
I don't
But
think they have. Do they have? Really? I mean, they might
they
have.
have it, but they're a liberal
Right,
place.
but
I'm
New York
surprised that they have
Does
it.
New York have the death penalty? I know we had it. I don't know if it was overruled, but we never kill
But
it.
we don't use it.
We don't use it.
We don't use
We do
it.
have people on death row, but we
Right.
don't use it.
Right.
And so I don't get it.
Yeah, what does death row mean? It's a name, you know.
Okay.
That's it. You're in lockup. You're in there, and that's
Right.
it.
Right? Okay.
Listen,
Hey,
you
listen to
know,
me.
a
If
guy
we-
who's in lockup for life, they give him the small little spots, you know, those
Right,
little few feet smaller.
Right.
They go crazy.
Okay.
They go crazy.
Okay. But
I don't get why people who avoid taxes go to prison. Like, they're not harming people. It should only be for people
In
that
other words,
can't be around society.
You're someone that agrees that it should be for violent criminals,
Mhm.
and financials should be.
Because, I
taken
mean, why
care
are we
of
wasting money on
financially.
people that aren't dangerous to society? Like,
And-
what does it matter if they're out
and
there?
if we would do it like that, we would be much better country.
much better country. Punish them. Don't let them.
Whatever it is,
right.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
It should be a financial
Thing. Don't
thing.
let them earn a living anymore. Let them be.
No, I mean,
No, you know what?
living,
Pay a certain
you know.
price or
Right. Whatever it is, you have to pay 10 times the amount you screwed people.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Or
So,
just never make, be whatever. Now, by the way, this guy, if he lives a long time, because I was reading about 4 British sisters.
yeah, you told us about it.
I told you about it, right? They're now still alive. They have lived a combined 391 years. They are still alive today.
Mhm.
It's almost 400 combined years for the living of 4 sisters, breaking the record. Twin sisters Frida and Doris, and their youngest sister Gladys, Gladys Camper and Phyllis friend, are officially the world's oldest siblings. The twins just celebrated, listen to this, their 101st birthday. Gladys is 96 and Phyllis is 93, rounding up 391 years. Between the sisters, they account for living through 19 prime ministers, 2 world wars. Wow. They were asked what would attribute to your long life. Food, of course. Our parents would be shocked. It is a great achievement. I think part of the reason we have survived so long is because food that we ate. Today we have all spiced up things, and I don't think it does you any good. You know what? I think that they're opposite, because back then they were eating crappy food.
No, today we have all the
spoiled food.
generic.
Yeah, but today
engineered.
the food is better, safer, cleaner, more grade A, grade everything. Back then they were eating garbage and leftover stuff.
Think about it.
Yeah.
No, really think about it.
Yeah.
Most of the planet, as far as America, were farms.
Right.
Okay. People had their stock. They were feeding them straight good stuff. It wasn't with pesticides.
Yeah, but
and
after they kill it,
they
or
knew
they
how
ship
fat to make him. You
right,
know.
but then it gets rotten and people eat the
No,
rotten.
not in the shipping. No. Let's say before shipping.
Right.
It's a little community thing.
Right.
I think they ate very well because they grew vegetables, right?
Right.
And that's it. And they ate whatever they slaughtered and finished. It was always fresh.
Right.
You know, I told you, I watched that show, people in Alaska.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know.
I love it.
They do live a long life. Those are they called Eskimos, or is there's another name for them?
Oh, I don't know, but these are regular people who just eat. Some of them are even Alaskans, but from the city.
Right.
And they just move out 30, 40 miles to the side somewhere, whatever, and they got plenty of room. And it seems to be a lot of water over there, and there's always a lake, a river, or something. And they catch their fish. And most of those houses, by the way, have outside special already built, you know, where to clean the fish and do the fish and smoke the fish. You know, there's a whole system to it.
Listen to me. I need my hamburger.
And the guy, right, 1 minute, hamburger. The guy was saying, you kill one elk, you end up with 700 pounds of beef.
Wow.
700 pounds. And he said, how do they do it? They dig a couple of feet into the ground and they make it a refrigerator. That's because that temperature is good. Why? Isn't that nice?
Yeah, very nice.
So I can bring up a topic.
Wow, I'm surprised you don't like it.
I don't think that's normal or clean. I'm not going to eat no meat from the dirt.
Meat from the dirt?
Okay.
Where's all your cows coming from?
No, they kill them and then they clean them and they put them into refrigeration and bag them and cut them up. That's normal. I don't know, Neil. I'm not an animal from the forest or a mountain man and stuff like that.
Oh, but you're a man.
I'm a man. I'm not gonna, I don't want to.
I'm not asking you to eat the kidney, elks.
On the television show Survivor, they cut up the chicken's head and they eat it like an animal on the spot. Disgusting. I wouldn't. When I get on the show Survivor, I'm gonna live on fruits and berries. And
he's gonna die. He's gonna come back as skinny as anything.
I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be.
How long is Survivor for?
39 days.
Oh my God, you're gonna be so skinny. You'll be like, you're gonna come in and you'll be like, "Hi guys," and the squeaky voice because you'll be so skinny.
I don't know. You're gonna watch me survive 39 days, no problem. And I'm never going. I'm gonna wash my clothing. I'm gonna look like a gentleman the whole time, not like an animal.
I gotta see this.
Yeah, why don't you try that other show where they go two guys into the jungle?
Yeah, crazy
30
wackos.
days.
Yeah, there's kids.
Women, men, couples, whatever, and naked and afraid.
Please.
Okay, so I want to bring up a topic.
First of all, before you bring up a topic, somebody's got to pay for the show, SD.
Let's see. Okay, so this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can get us on Facebook or Twitter, #Just Enough Heshy. We're live on YouTube. If you'd like to advertise with us or send us an email, our email address is justenoughheshy, HESHY, @gmail. If you would like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. We have Mr. Clean Dry Cleaners, the Brooklyn's premier dry cleaning pickup service, offering world-class service, best price in the industry, pickup and deliver free. And if you mention the Just Enough Heshy Show, you get 25% off. You can reach him at mrcleandelivers@gmail.com or 347-369-3051. We have Palm Gardens Adult Daycare Center. Call Ellie, 917-903-5375. We have Yossi Lefkowitz, personal trainer, located on 16th and 48th. He does do house calls if you want to be fit for the summer. You can reach him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Solutions. They do asbestos and lead inspection, DOB, HPD, code compliance, violations, permits, and plans, preventative maintenance, lit stop work orders, and they do free consultation. They get you to the finish line, and they're nice and easy to deal with. You can reach them at 718-871-0382. Okay, so I wanted to bring up a topic. Yep.
I just want to say one little thing. While you're just enough Heshy, somebody sent me this on Twitter, and I thought it's great. He tried to do quote of the day. If anyone is having a bad day, remember that today in 1976, Ronald Wayne sold his 10% stake in Apple for, take a guess, Esty, how much?
I don't know.
$800. Now, this is where I'm getting lost. He says now it's worth 58 billion or 58 million.
Billion.
$58 billion.
Sure.
Apple is so big.
Yeah, think how many times it's split.
10%.
Think how many times
But
it's split.
10% of Apple is worth. That means Apple is worth $5 trillion.
You don't follow Apple?
I do, but that's good. 58 billion, 65 million, $210,000. Wow. So he is having a bad day.
Okay, so should I bring up my topic?
Yes, to give us your topic. You got a couple minutes. Let's suffer.
Okay. 10 things that will disappear in our lifetime.
Didn't I say that already?
No, you
Yes,
never
I
said.
did.
You never had this list.
I had the list.
He's unbelievable.
I'm unbelievable.
He's unbelievable.
Why am I unbelievable?
Why can't you give her credit? where she
Fine,
deserves it?
go.
That list about abuse, he took it and said it like it's his. I wrote that list.
Excuse me, I brought it up on the show.
What? That's because you stole my paper and you thought it was your topic. If you thought it was my topic, you'd be like, oh, it's so dumb.
Did you ever play a board game with him?
You know what?
I'm scared.
Excuse me.
Never, right?
Never.
And I
So
never
you
lost.
don't even have a clue what kind of lying, thieving.
I am your friend, and you talk to me like that. Let me tell you something. This week, Esty, and I just this week I had my nephew over with my sons, and they started to play Risk. I didn't touch the board. I didn't do any. I didn't go near the board.
Right, things moved around by themselves.
No, I didn't do anything. And my son, the producer, started to play the game, and he was conning everybody, tricking everybody, and then my nephew's cheating and throwing pieces of the board, and I, as an elegant,
a mature
adult joined the folks and advised my little Yaakov how to play the game. And as we
Yaakov was your front man.
and my front man. And as we maneuvered through the board, I again, with a never losing record, won again and conquered the world. And I've never lost a game of Risk to this day.
You must cheat through the nose.
No, I didn't
It's
touch.
unbelievable.
No,
it's in every game. But
it's not.
you play Monopoly, all of a sudden she has all the money, all the houses, everything, and he even gets an extra shoe guy to walk around with. I mean, I don't know how he does it, man. I don't know how he does it, because he does it, and you don't see it until 3 minutes later, and then he says, "What do you mean? It's there ready for 5 minutes. You didn't see it, what?"
Esty, you don't believe that, do you, my BFF?
Plead the fifth.
Esty.
I plead the fifth.
Esty. Go ahead, Esty. Give us your 10 reasons to drop
Okay.
dead.
10 things that will disappear in our lifetime. The post office.
Never.
They say because
Never.
no, they said
Never.
because there's not enough.
Don't argue on every item.
But I
Let's
wanna
hear the list,
Okay.
and then we'll decide what to
I
argue
can make
with.
notes.
Yes,
Please.
make
Okay.
notes. Okay, so the post office, because there's not enough mail, because most things are done online, faxing, like people don't really use the post office anymore, so there's going to be too little revenue for it to pay.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's that, if you want to comment on that.
I don't know about
No,
that.
next. I
Oh,
want to
okay,
hear
fine.
your list.
The, the check. It costs the financial system billions of dollars a year to process checks. Plastic cards and online transactions will lead to the eventual demise of the check.
I don't know about that. I like
Yeah,
the check.
yeah. I think even cash is going to be like this.
Book.
I don't think. Go
Books
ahead.
are going to be extinct, except by us, because we have books that we need, like for the Bible and stuff. But most books, everything's going to be online. Kindle, you can read anything online, so that might be a way.
Okay.
The landline telephone, like who still has one? Who still needs one? Like everyone has a cell phone.
What are you talking about? Every office needs a landline telephone. You need to have 4 or 5 lines. You need to put people on hold.
I don't know. This is what the list is. I didn't make this up.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know the
but-
public phone, but not the landline telephone. Everybody needs a
You
landline.
only know the public phone because they did it already. So you can't think forward enough to understand they're going to do the same thing
No,
with
but they're
landlines.
making all regular telephones, all regular landline phones through the internet, but it's still going to need a phone. You can't just talk to your own head, put a chip in your head and say, oh, hi,
No,
push
but
the
it's
button.
not going to have to be wired like we have,
Right.
I'm sure, in the
Okay,
studio.
go ahead.
Television. Everything's going to be online.
No, we need TV.
I know. That's what they said.
TV.
They said music because
Yeah.
everyone's downloading illegally. Let's see.
So what, we're not going to listen to music?
No, we will, but they're going to have to like figure it out through the internet because they're not making money because people don't buy CDs. something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's see, things that you own. Okay. Today our computer has a hard drive and you store your pictures. I don't know what that is. Okay, privacy, because the government's going to look into everything.
Yeah, well, they are. There is no privacy anymore today. They can see into your house. They have cameras in every corner. You know, we got
They can open your computer while you're just
while
there.
you're there. I know. You know, I got a phone call for some guy on the telephone the other day. You know, I'm from Microsoft. I said, not from Microsoft. Yeah, but I'm a contractor from Microsoft, and I know you have a virus. I said, how do you know you have a virus? Because your computer contacted Microsoft telling us you had a virus. I said, how? It's a private computer. And I hung up on him. He wanted money. I said, you want money? No, I don't want money. I said, you lying pig. I hung up on him. I just couldn't believe that they knew I had a virus, and already they're calling me. Wow.
Right, and there are people that I know that came into their office, went to their computers, and something popped up, and basically it was either you pay us whatever,
or you're gonna blow up your computer. I know.
Right.
You have to. It's crazy.
They didn't pay.
I don't pay either.
They don't pay. He cleaned out his whole system.
Right. That's why you have to back up. But today, with the beautiful thing about it is you don't have to get the hard drives. You do a Google or cloud. You save everything there. So if you shut off your computer, wipe it, you get everything right back.
Right.
And that's what I didn't do with my telephone, which I want to do right now. But my boy did
it to the cloud.
My son lost his phone, and then he got a new one, and boom, the cloud shipped everything back. I don't know how, and I don't care. Go ahead, Esty. What else you got? Are we done with your list, thank God?
Something time. I think because everyone's going to be on the phone doing two things at once. Maybe it's clocks. It's not very specific.
Two things at once. We don't have people with jobs. What two things at
once? I got
that.
Yeah, terrible. So we're coming to.
Okay, I happen to agree on the post office.
I disagree on the post office.
I happen to agree on the checks.
Why didn't you say newspapers already?
And
that's, I think, under books.
No, but newspapers and books are always going to be.
Newspapers are going down.
I walked into because they're boring, but I walked in today to Barnes and Noble to go look for a book. I thought it was great.
No, I understand. I go to Barnes and Noble too, the one on by the hospital.
I went to look for the Dan Silver book.
But you got to admit it's going down. Like almost everyone.
No.
I think it's becoming more select. In other words, where there used to be 50 bookstores, there might be 4 now. That's all.
No, but
there will be books published. And the way they're published is going to be changed because the publisher will be able, the actual guy who writes the book will be able to publish it.
Right.
In other words, he's going to be able to.
Hey,
today they just, the printer, the 3D printer they have.
Yeah.
Today they just either tried out or whatever, set it up for skin, that it's going to now 3D skin.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you don't know how little we use the computer and what it's going to look like to our children. It's no, for real.
Yeah?
Really for real. This is not.
Okay.
We didn't even touch it.
I don't think technology can go that much more right now.
That's the thing. That's why Apple will be Apple and you will be Uncle Heshy.
Okay. No problem. I got you. Is that criticism?
No.
Okay.
That's just stating a fact. Okay. You're not a technologist.
Right. I love the computer since the 1980s.
I had it. I still hear those beeping sounds when I had a dial.
Right. Remember? Oh, that was great. I was so happy. I couldn't look about the internet. It took 20 minutes, but I was so happy to send an email. Wow.
Change a page.
Yeah, I know. Change a page for 50. I was able to get my coffee, come back, have lunch, and then it finally downloaded.
And we were hooked. That was called being hooked.
Right, we were hooked. What else you got for me, Neil? Post office. I disagree with you on the post office because everybody needs to see stuff in front of their eyes.
No, but I see that FedEx. First of all, today already probably 50-60% of all legal documents and things like that are doing through emails because it's accepted by the courts and this and that. It became accepted. So things like that are going to drive. In other words, as people get older, the younger generation is not going to, your kids don't send mail.
Never.
They don't even know what to do. What are these boxes on the corner?
I know.
It's true. They don't send letters.
Well, you still need packages. You still need.
Right. That's why the private companies are going to do well. The UPSs, the FedExes. And they're going to be moving out goods.
I think
because the rest of it is going to be through email. Remember, at some point, everyone's going to be connected to the computer. Whether they want to shake their head, no, they're going to have to be connected.
Okay, I got you. No problem.
Okay.
What else you got?
Or
What
it's
else you
going to be like
disconnect?
having a toilet without water.
What else
you
are you
know?
going to argue with? The books, I disagree with you on, but go ahead.
Books, I think it'll take a little longer, but I think it'll be there.
Okay.
Because college books and stuff, you know what kind of money you're talking about?
Right.
Oh, you know what
College
kind of
books, that will never go out of
College
style.
books
I mean,
kill,
I don't
kill
know.
me well, and I was getting used
And
stuff
that's
too.
why they change. Sometimes you can't use the used.
Right, you're right.
You gotta,
Right.
you know, they change literally 2 pages in a 500-page book, and all of a sudden,
You need a whole new book.
very expensive.
I know.
And by the way, extremely profitable for the people that are selling it.
Right.
In other words, it's not like it costs them that much. It's just a very profitable, because each university decides what book that you have to buy.
Right.
So you're stuck. You're locked. It's not like there's, if you go to Brooklyn College, I can use this. And then you go to NYU, I can use the same book. No. This professor wants this book. This professor wants that book. And what is it all about, really?
All about the money.
All about the money. I
Anyways,
love that you understand.
I
that.
do. You are listening to the Just Enough Heshy show, and I'm hoping you're having a good time. We're coming to the little station identification break. We're going to come back. Esti's going to give us a cute little marijuana story she has, and as well as we're going to do another. We're going to do our horoscope, and now
Really?
And I have another great topic to bring up.
But I have a little mid-show quote. Since we're on YouTube, I'm finally going to have a good one. Are you ready for this? This is for you young people. Service to your fellow man, something that Neil brought up earlier. The willingness with which, this is what I made up myself, so I don't want to hear no story that all of you guys think I stole it. The willingness with which our young people are likely to serve in this or any other country in war or in public service, no matter how justified, shall be directly proportional to how they perceive the veterans of the past generations, of service of earlier wars, of earlier dignitaries, and men and women of kindness and honor, how they were treated and appreciated by their nation. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to the Just Enough Heshy show. While my co-hosts take a little, I guess, cigarette break or some kind of a break, which I don't want because I have the Black Label electric cigarette, which you could get on the online, and I have posted it because I actually am a believer in this, is the BL Premium, PREIUM, ecig.com. And I do post it on the Just Enough Heshy Facebook page, and you can get it. And or my healthy cigarette, you can get it on Facebook. Just click on the link, and you'll be able to buy a couple of cigarettes. I want everybody to know that I am a person that believes in, and even though Neil screams and hollers at me on the kindness and goodness of other people, the new holiday, the Memorial holiday is coming up. The Shavuos holiday is coming up soon, July 4th. These are holidays that we should get together. We do barbecues. We feel good with one another. Go out, do something kind. I know I keep preaching it and you make fun of me, Neil, and all of you other people out there. I know that I'm going to make it my business to try to serve some people at one of the soup kitchens. And you don't have to do a lot of work to do it. Go give a $10 donation to somebody in the street. There's so many homeless people, so many hungry people. I know this is America where we're all great and everybody has cell phones. I know Ralph was making comment on the phone that even the poor people have the high price sneakers. Look good. People are allowed to feel good. Just because somebody's poor, they don't have to wear a ripped shirt or ripped pants. do a little good for them, make them feel a little good, say good morning to somebody every day. That's what I do. I go out there and do it. I know that people think that it's a waste of time, or the other people mean to them. Somebody cuts them off in the car and says F you or whatever it is. Hey man, people have bad days, people have bad times, people have personal issues at home, and that is my little pitch to you today. But as we continue our show, we're going to have one of my favorite callers, who I'm going to have a big argument, I guess, about because he wasn't too happy about my appearance on the Ralph Romeo show last week. That I forgot what he called me. I think he called me close-minded, and I forgot whatever the names he had about me. So Norman, we're going to take your call, and we're going to let you give you a couple minutes to rant and rave while my co-hosts are not around. What's doing, Norman?
Oh, gee, that was quick.
How are you, baby boy?
I'm fine. It was a pleasure meeting you.
By the way, I'm very happy you gave me those CDs. I really want to thank you for that. I think it's a good time. Whenever I get locked up in the car waiting for an inspection, I'm going to watch it. And I hope you like the show we had with Ralph. Was it a good show?
I just thought it was too short.
It was too short, but you know what? We got our points across, and Ralph was a great host. He just treated us greatly, and it was wonderful. And he let me say my quote.
You know what? I was disappointed. I thought we'd all go out to eat afterwards.
I wanted to go. You guys all disappeared on me. So
I don't know who disappeared. I whatever. But we could do it in the future. All of us with Ralph. Correct. I know that I waited for everybody downstairs for a couple of minutes, and then Neil and Esty came down with her friend about 20 minutes later, and then I was a little upset because it was getting late, so I jumped everybody in the car and I took him to a pizza shop in Borough Park, which was wonderful, and I didn't see the rest of you, and even Abe didn't show up for it, but it was nice. We had a nice time together. Abe was trying out as my chauffeur.
Very cool.
The guy sat in the back and he sat in the front.
Very nice. I'm happy he drove you home, Norman.
Now, he's a very sweet young man.
Very good.
Listen, the reason why I called, and I really did have a lot of fun. I just wish we would have had this time to spend privately.
I wish you would have sat down with me. Me and you have to go do dinner one night, Norman. Just you and me. We sit down, we have a little chat, and we swing it out, you and me, and I finally get you to my side.
There's nothing to swing out. But I wouldn't waste my time fighting with you.
No, I don't want to fight with you, Norman, but I want to show you, Norman, I just want to tell you one thing. I like you, and and I know you're a man of my age.
Hi, Norm.
Hey,
Neil, it was a pleasure to meet both.
I know. It's too short.
Yeah, I have to talk to Norman.
But before you talk to Norman, you're a man of my generation. We're from the old timers that believe in honor. We believe in taking care of one another. And I know that you also
so do the young people today.
I do, and I like that. You should see. But I again, when I went to this bat mitzvah the other day, and I see young kids telling me,
don't talk about the clothing.
It's not the clothing. I don't care about the clothing. It bothers me, but that they know about drugs, they know about drinking, and we're going to.
Well, do you want them not to know about it?
I want them to know that it's not. I want them to know it's not.
You want them to think that babies come from storks?
No, but I want them to know that God makes the babies, and I want them to know.
No, it's completely unnatural.
And I want them to know that abortion is murder. Okay, that's plain and simple.
So you have an agenda.
You know what? Listen, before wherever we're going, I called to say that this weekend is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And I just want to recommend 2 movies that pay tribute to what these men sacrificed their lives.
There's so many movies. How am I supposed to keep up?
Oh, listen, I'm just telling you, the first one.
Yeah.
If you like Frank Capra and you like It's a Wonderful Life, I know you.
I love it.
I watched it.
Go ahead.
It's The Majestic.
You know what? I like The Majestic only because of what's his name again? He was a comedian and he did a serious movie. What's his name again? Who was in The Majestic? Jim Carrey. It was a good movie, but it was a great movie. It was a great, but the premise is that somebody became unconscious and they used the blacklist.
Don't listen, Heshy. Don't ruin this for anybody.
Okay.
Listen,
It's an amazing, beautiful movie.
I didn't like. I didn't like
Everybody.
feeling.
I think all people. It should be shown in public schools and private schools. And
But what's your other movie? What's your other?
And the other movie is the Big Red One, R.E.D.
Yeah,
And it's with Lee. Listen, it's with Lee Marvin, and it has a great director. His name was Samuel Fuller, and I think it's the best war movie ever made.
Cool.
No, not a war movie. It's the best film ever made about war.
What about Gone with the Wind?
Gone with the Wind is not war.
That's just nonsense.
I thought it was good.
That's just an old-time soap opera.
Yeah, I guess. So I did watch The Fifth Element, but I don't specifically get why you want, like, I thought it was a good movie, but, like, why would you recommend that one? It wasn't like, a lesson or anything.
All right, here's why I recommend it. First of all, it's a great fun film.
Yeah.
And the guy that wrote that, he's one of my favorite people, and he's born on my birthday, so that's really great. But the reason why I recommended you to see it is because who are they expecting to be the god to save the planet? A guy, right?
Oh, right. That's why. Oh, I see.
Okay, so now you know.
Okay, can I tell you a great movie that you should watch? That has the most action movie you can ever watch. It's brilliant. It's called...
Except for the movie that I gave to Neil called The Wild Bunch, if you want to see action.
No, I have to tell you about this. It's called Equilibrium. I'm telling you, you can't not love it. It's a brilliant movie.
Oh, gosh. What's it about?
It's about... you're going to hate it.
It's not about the devil stuff and all of that.
No, it's about the future where...
That's the boogeyman story.
No, it's about
the future.
I knew you weren't going to like it. It's about the future where everyone has to inject themselves with something that makes them not feel, because feeling is the reason for war and whatever. And, like, they have to burn all the art, and he finds out, there's just... It's a great movie, and their fighting is brilliant. You have to see the way it...
Okay.
Trust me.
I'm going to see if my son could find it.
Yeah, Equilibrium.
Anyways, Norman, thank you for your call, and we will talk again tomorrow.
But I just want to say one other quick thing. You said to me you always recommend old movies, and then what do? You say who's great actors? Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. And what do? You recommend a film that's 20 years old.
Well, Tom Cruise.
It's okay for
Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. Stop it. Jack Nicholson is the greatest actor with Al Pacino ever in the world.
Listen.
Jack Nicholson is the best. One of my favorite. Even though
he's a Joker, right?
Listen,
he's a Joker. But if you go back, he was in a great movie called. He was in a movie called One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Wow, it blew me away when I was a kid, and it blew me away now. But I want you to know. So wait a minute, Norman. By the way, I want to just tell you something. Tom Cruise is coming out with a new Mission Impossible movie.
I have no patience for them, and I do not like Tom Cruise. I feel like he's just bad acting and fake. I don't know. I don't go to the movies, but for Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible, I'm going.
Tom Cruise should be in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay. Bye.
Anyway, listen. I just want you to talk about great actors, so I'm going to tell you that Daniel Day-Lewis. Yes, he was in The Gang of New York. Wonderful movie. Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, stop. Come on, stop it. Robert Downey Jr. is not a good actor.
Well, listen, you could say whatever you want to say. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Okay, fine.
And how come he was up for the Academy Award for Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah, I saw that stupid movie. Go ahead, yeah.
Stupid movie? Did you ever see Charlie Chaplin's films?
Yes, I did as a kid. And matter of fact, me and Neil used to go to a place called the Olive Tree. When we were young, they used to play the Charlie Chaplin movies all night long. Remember that, Neil?
Did you ever see City Lights?
I think I did see City Lights.
It's about a blind girl?
I'm sure I did. I just don't remember it offhand.
Did you ever see Modern Times?
My dear friend, we got commercials coming up.
Okay, bye.
Bye, baby. We'll talk to you later.
Good night.
Everybody, that was an interesting movie. Before we take another call, but Neil, I just want you to know something. When you were telling me about this guy from the Boston bomber, Sarnoff, by the way, there was an interesting article that by us killing him, we're going to make him into a martyr, and this could cause trouble. By putting the marathon bomber to death could make him a martyr, and then a lot of people can just go crazy and blowing us all up.
Yeah, we seem to, they have a way, I know, in various countries now, that the suicide bombers that they bury and stuff, they don't put the markers of their name on them, so that nobody makes them into martyrs.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
but he's not a martyr.
Like
Listen, who's he a martyr to?
Right.
He's a martyr to the 10, bunch of.
Look at that. We killed Osama. He's gone. We forgot about him almost.
Why should we remember him?
No, but a lot of the Muslims would say, "Fight for Osama."
But they said then anyway, the whole story was fake.
Yeah.
Obama. When are we going to know the truth?
I don't know. Esty, take a caller, baby.
Okay.
And then we'll.
Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Hi, Esty. It's Mitch. How you doing tonight?
Hi.
Hey, Mitch.
Great, guys. First of all, I want to pay homage again what you're talking about, Memorial Day. When you and Neil went out for a little bit, Heshy was talking about, and it's very important, about doing something nice for Memorial Day. And the truth of the matter is, my father, who unfortunately is no longer with us, he was one of that, what we call now the greatest generation. 19 years old, kid from Brooklyn, very sheltered neighborhood in the Brownsville section. He picked himself up and he served in the Pacific. I could not believe that. Think about what you guys were doing when you were 19. Could you ever think about being called, being drafted, and picking yourself up and fighting Hitler and Tojo?
Those are powerful men. And you know what? I didn't meet a lot of World War II veterans in my life. I met one, a cousin of mine, who was a paratrooper. I know, and I tell you, every time I speak about him and every time I met him, I was just shaking in his pants because even though some people thought he was funny and everything, I knew that he was a real hero. Not only a hero to America and his family and his kids, but he was a hero. God sent him. God sent this angel that lived till his 90s.
It's amazing, Heshy. It's an amazing thing because these kids, and they were your next door neighbors. They weren't tech guys, whatever. They were just your neighborhood kids. Kids that would, that grew up. They went to school. They were in your shuls. They were religious guys. I mean, they were religious. By the way, can you imagine some of these very religious guys? They were tank commanders. They were, they were people that were.
Yeah, they were, they had brain. They were able to outmaneuver and outflank and these are men that every time you see them, whenever I see anybody from that generation, they're very good, and we should salute them, and we should do something for them. We should go to a nursing home. We should just bend over and cry to them and say,
I hate to say, Heshy, but look at the fact that we're living in 2015, and unfortunately that generation's passing away.
Yeah.
We have to ask these people to talk a little bit about their experience that they served during World War II, during Korea, and yes, Vietnam. Yes. Because they're getting older. And unfortunately, we don't know how long these people are going to live. Most of them are in their mid to late 80s, and they're dying naturally. And they're in places, you talk about one of your sponsors, Palm. Go over and spend a day with some of these people. Because I got to tell you something. They are, all joking aside, they have a lot to say. And they want to say it to people who take them seriously. They don't want, there was a time that, that this country was in a lot of trouble. They went over there and they saved our lives. Because I'll tell you something, and I say this with all due respect, if people like my dad didn't go over and serve World War II, I don't know if I would be here today. I don't know if there would be any Jews living in this, in this situation. It's because we picked ourselves up, and we must do our best to our vets. And by the way, the young vets, the people coming back now from Afghanistan and Iraq without arms, without legs. Go and whatever, just go with them and say thanks a lot for your service. Buy them a beer, buy them a piece of pizza. Because I'll tell you something, God damn it, they deserve it.
Thank you, Mitch. You are right, and that's a very important issue. And when you do see a serviceman or you do know somebody that did it, do something kind, even though if they don't need you, just do something nice. Thank you, Mitch. You're wonderful. That was a great call. I appreciate it.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Two great movies. Norm was talking about movies. Pillars of Glory about World War One. Fantastic with Kirk Douglas, and of course one of the great recent films, Steven Spielberg, Father Ryan. Maybe one of the first 10 minutes, one of the greatest films in terms of just about D-Day. Amazing. That was what war was all about. Listen, God bless all you. And listen, you take care of yourself, Neil, and take care of yourself, Esty. Be well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
By the way, while he was telling me, I watched a movie many years ago about Patton. I forgot George C. Scott. That was it. A wonderful movie about General Patton and his whole life, how he was promoted, demoted, promoted again. They needed him, and when they didn't need him, they got rid of him. But this is a man that was able to single-handedly. You're right. They called him blood and guts because a lot of his men died, but this man walked into the thing. But my favorite part of this movie, and you're all gonna like this, and listen to me clearly, Norman, the man had a big battle to fight the Germans. And he calls, and there was no way to fight them because the weather was bad. And he calls over the priest from his battalion, and he says, "Listen to me, man. I'm going to fight that battalion, and you better make me a prayer to clear the weather up. And if not, you're going to be court-martialed." And I remember watching it. And I said, "I can't believe the man really did it." And I read up about it. He really did that. That he made the guy make a prayer to God that the Americans should go fight the battle and clear up the weather. Wow. That was a man that believed in God, believed that the America had to win, and he was sent here by God to be a soldier. I mean...
no, and this is what people have to understand. And in Judaism, it's not really hard to understand. But yes, you get down, you pray, and then you go do what you got to do.
Right.
Because we don't believe in the world of magic and miracles and this and that.
Right.
We believe if it will be God's will, your prayers will be answered, and all will go well.
You see, that's what, again, you keep going off the wrong track, Neil.
Which
you
track?
keep tracking, you keep mixing up the audience. Everything is God's will. Whatever happens, good and bad to you. I know you don't agree with it. I know me too. I also don't.
No.
Everything that happens to you is
I'm not
reason.
arguing with that.
Yeah.
I didn't argue with that.
But your prayer doesn't change it. What your prayer does is thanking God even for the bad days.
No, not when you're going into a situation that's deadly and you're praying like, "Hey, be with me.
Of course, he's with you, just that he has to, I don't understand the word listen, but he has to see,
He has to want a certain outcome.
No,
the same one that you want.
God says, "Listen to me. You want to do it yourself, go do it. I'm not going to stop you. And if you're successful, that's fine. But if you want my help, I'm here for you. And I'm here for you no matter what. But if you don't want my help, you push me away. Hey, I'm not going to hurt you because I love you. I'm your father. But I'm not going to, if you don't want my help."
I say Hashem doesn't punish, Hashem educates.
Exactly. Wow,
God doesn't punish, God educates.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from an atheist.
Oh, what? I never said I was an atheist.
But sometimes you sound
Undecided.
like one.
Okay.
Undecided.
I don't know. I swing both ways.
Are we ready for the next subject? Or we're going to, Esty, tell us one of your funny little, first of all, I want to hear the horoscope. I need to hear the horoscope. I know you don't like it, Neil. Too bad. I want the horoscope.
Okay, if today is your birthday, a new moon on your birthday.
Is today your birthday?
No, but today is the new month of the Jewish people, and they have a special holiday today called Rosh Chodesh, and it's a very cool thing. And you say a prayer for your children, and I think it's a new moon is a cool thing.
Okay, so if today's your birthday, a new moon on your birthday does wonders for your confidence, and you won't be slow to try new things either in your private life or in your career. There's a bit of wild child hiding beneath that cool Taurus exterior. Let it out to play.
I wish this was my birthday.
No, that's crap.
Oh,
okay.
It's not crap.
If you're a Taurus, from April 21st to May 21st.
Wait a minute, Esty, the pizza's here. The pizza's here. Go ahead, Esty. Finish up.
Don't get too emotional today. A new moon in your sign suggests you will get involved in something that means so much to you that you put your body and soul into it, which is fine. But remember, you only have one of each. Okay. Load of crap.
Okay. Very good.
Right. You want me to read the story, right?
I want you to read the funny story. Yes.
Okay. A special kind of seaweed. A man out.
Neil's gonna love this. Neil, listen to this. A special kind of seaweed. Go ahead.
A man out for a stroll on an Alabama beach found a 10-pound package of marijuana worth as much as $8,000 that washed ashore. Your guess is as good as mine, Orange Beach Police LT Cliff Roberts said when asked where the pot could have come from. We'll look at the ties and charts, but it could be anywhere.
Isn't that funny?
Where was this?
Where was this?
Tennessee?
Alabama.
Alabama.
It just floated up. 10-pound pounder rebeat. Oh, God.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up another topic.
Aren't you going to tell the people who's paying for the show?
Okay.
What show are they listening to?
Yeah, you're listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can get us on Facebook, hashtag Twitter, or live on YouTube. Just type in Just Enough Heshy, spelled Heshy. You can call in at 718-303-9090. If you're looking for our cleaners, Mr. Clean is Brooklyn premier dry cleaning pickup service offering world-class service, pickup and delivery free. And if you mention the Just Enough Heshy Show, you get 25% off. You can reach him at mrcleandelivers@gmail.com or 347-369-3051. We have Palm Gardens Adult Daycare Center. You can call Ellie at 917-903-5375. We have the Black Label Electronic Cigarettes. You can go to blpremiumesig.com or call Mikey at 561-239-5941. We have Green Line Building Solutions, asbestos and lead inspection, DOB, HPD, code compliance, violations, permits, and plans, preventative maintenance, lit stop work orders, free consultation. They get you to the finish line. You can reach them at 718-871-0382.
Right. I had somebody who called me today. I need a CFO. And how much will it cost? I said, listen, first, let me tell you what the rules are. Let me tell you what it is. Let me guide you. Then I told her what a price. I said, go look around. Maybe I can help you. Just my advice is for free. Let me just tell you what the rules are, how hard this process is. And that's what we do at Green Line. We guide you. We talk to you.
What was this, a new house?
No, it's a 40-year-old house that didn't have a C of O, and now today, a lot of the new buyers require it, or they make changes and they want it to be perfect. Somebody doesn't want to buy a house with a new room or a different kind of a layout. They want it to be filed and done exactly so everything is code compliant, and that's what we do. We make sure that you are
Because of
code.
the mortgage.
Yeah, the
company.
mortgages, the banks, the appraisers. So we are here to help you. Call us. We'll guide you. We'll give you an answer. And if you don't like us, like somebody else told me today, oh, Heshy, you were too expensive when you wanted to do your settlement for us. I said, listen, I have two competitors. I gave out their phone numbers. Call them. See if they can do better than me. Esky, before you go with your little topic, I want to tell Neil a little
And
story.
they also have to remember that you go through the finish line.
We get to the. I love you, Neil.
No, really. I
We
mean,
do.
what's the point? These are the guys, you know.
Right, we hold your hand even if it takes 2 years. I'm going to get you there. Anyways, there was a first responder in Fort Collins, Colorado. They rescued a man trapped in a greasy air duct. Listen to this story. Andrew Neely, 22, was on the roof of a Pueblo Vero restaurant when the ceiling gave away and he became trapped in the ventilation system over the kitchen fryer. So Neely was cited for trespassing. He was trespassing running on the roof.
They were closed?
I don't know if he was closed, but the point is I guess climbing
over a deep fryer.
I guess so, but I don't know. The roof collapsed in. So I thought, look, they have nothing better what to do. Anyways, and one more thing. Memorial Day holiday, I told you to be good. There was a guy who was a bully, and he tortured this poor guy who was gay for many years, but they were young in high school, and he hurt him. And it was a bully in a gay kid in Alaska. And finally, one day he gets an email from his classmate, Louis Ahmedson, and he said, I'm sorry, I was bad to you. I apologize to you. Please accept my apology. And this man, a good man, this guy Morissetti, accepted the apology 25 years later.
Nice.
Wonderful. That's goodness, kindness. Forgive the other person. Okay, I can't do that.
The guy grew up.
The guy grew up.
The guy grew up.
We all grow up. We all grow up.
Not
The
everyone.
problem is not everyone.
Yeah, but
This guy grew
right,
up.
but some people do bad things.
Not only grew up, but he followed through.
But if you teach your children that, yeah, you do something bad, go apologize, go clean up your act, think through. Yeah, you can be apology even 5 or 10 years later.
Right.
Not to me, but these other people. Go ahead, Esty. What's your new topic?
Okay, so I wanted to give signs that you do not have a good therapist. You know, that your therapist sucks.
Back to therapy.
Yeah. One is if they talk about not if they talk about religion, if they're like, oh yeah, you should be more religious or not as religious, swaying you on any side. Religion, they shouldn't have a side which they try to push you towards. Agreed?
Agreed.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have a side on anything, really.
Right. So that's also like sexual orientation. Also, they shouldn't have a side on.
On nothing.
Right.
They should
Okay.
Just be open with options and listening to you
Okay,
where you want to go.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Neil? What do you mean? What does that mean exactly? There was
In other words, you don't use your bias on your patients.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay.
So yeah, If you bring up sexual things like before, like the patient is supposed to bring it up. Like if they start talking crude or, they start making a lot of sexual comments, like unless you bring it up, they shouldn't start. Like if you're not comfortable with the subject, like unless they ask you a question, you can answer.
But that's what therapists have to do. They have to talk about all your inner
Yes, they
secrets.
do, but they can't force you because if they force you, they'll never fix you. You have to want it to come out.
If you don't want to talk about something, you don't talk about it.
Yeah, you don't.
All.
By the way, everybody on YouTube, this is my nephew Kevin. Wave. He's our assistant producer for the next 2 days. Go ahead.
If they speak to other people, if let's say they speak to your mom or whatever without your permission, that's a big, like, you cannot tell anyone. Okay? If they put you down, talk negatively, criticize. So yeah. If they fall asleep, which has happened a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had that.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't remember what you said, I had a therapist where she didn't remember anything I said the last week. She fell asleep, and I told her, I was like, I told her, you don't listen to what I say, and you fall asleep, like I'm quitting. She was like, if that's how you feel, I was like, okay.
Phil, she's robbing you.
Mm-hmm. And also, they shouldn't like push you into anything. Like I don't know, like I had a friend, her parents hired a therapist to convince her to get married. And the therapist was like, oh, you should date this guy, even though, like, if you don't like him, it's fine. After you get married, you'll get used to him. Like, it's not important that you like the guy as long as he likes her, which is just horrible advice. She should be fired.
You got to give somebody a chance. You just can't go up.
That's not what she was saying. She was saying, like, oh, even though you don't like this guy, you went out with him, he's not your speed. Oh, yeah, just marry him anyways. You'll end up liking it. Like, that's ridiculous. You don't push someone into, like, any marriage with anyone. It's crazy.
Did the guy have money?
It was just a regular guy.
All I know is I'm going to push my kids into marrying if the girl has money.
Okay, fine. Doesn't let you leave. Like if you say like, oh, I want to try a different therapist, or I don't want to go anymore. Like trying to convince you to stay. Like, no, you need more. You can't try to keep your clients.
You think everybody needs therapy? Not everybody needs therapy. I don't need therapy.
It's healthy for everyone.
It's not healthy. I don't need therapy.
It's healthy.
You don't think it'll help you?
I don't think it'll help me, not one drop.
Well, you never tried, so.
What do you mean? First of all, I told you I went to one stupid session when I had to lose weight, and she was a crazy woman.
Okay, so you chose a crazy one. How was that?
Bad, and I never go to therapy. I only did it because I was.
That's what happens. People go to like one bad therapist, and then they think, "Oh, therapy's stupid." You have to find the right one.
I'm not saying therapy is bad. I'm just saying don't think that everybody needs therapy.
Okay, fine. Here, listen to this.
A
quote: "The highest form of ignorance is when you reject something that you don't know anything about." Yeah.
Esty, I know about everything. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, and like if you feel you just don't click with your patient, or the patient doesn't feel like they click with therapist, they should recommend someone else. They shouldn't try to keep a client that they can't help. Let's say they don't have a degree in a certain area which this person needs. They should not,
no more than 4 sessions. If you're not comfortable after 4 sessions, forget it. Next.
So yeah. If they talk about themselves too much, like you'd be surprised. They just go on about stories about themselves. They just barely let you talk. That's not good therapy.
Right. That's the same thing like the bias on talking you into religion or into anything,
So yeah, I came up with this list by myself, just by the way. Okay, Heshy?
Oh, thank God. I was wondering. I want to know which idiot gave it to you.
Everything I say, he diminishes. This is good for people to know. If nothing here is crazy and you're like, oh, Esty said it must be dumb. That's ridiculous.
I did not say that.
Okay.
Now let me tell you a better list. Are you ready?
Hold on. One more quote. Reality never fully hits us. That's a good one. Unless you're just dumb, then it's not.
Reality does hit us. Sweetheart.
It doesn't ever hit us. We're always like tomorrow. It's very difficult to live in the actual moment.
I live in the moment.
Okay. I have a great one I came up with. One more.
Does this ever end, Neil?
This one I thought of, and this is great. At least Neil will like it. In GPS we trust. All you non-believers get lost. I thought of that one. Okay, I'm sorry. That was brilliant, and you know it. You know it. Right. Give me credit for one. Why? Why can't you give me that one?
That was a very good.
That was not a good.
Why? Why can't you give me one quote of mine that you like? I'm giving you so many. That's it. I'm hating all your quotes from now on because you're not allowing it.
My partner Penny hates the GPS because he never gives him the right direction.
I'm not saying I'm pro the GPS. I'm just saying this would be a good advertisement for GPS. I just have to find them.
Okay, fine. Anyways,
Gosh, like something.
By the way, Esty, the summer season is coming right now. And
I'm very excited.
And this is very good.
What are we going to do? How are we going to walk in the street?
Yeah, but I want to talk to you about something.
The skirt's going to be what? Too thin, too short.
But you have a problem.
Not the right color.
You have a problem that a lot of people get dehydrated because they don't carry a bottle of water with them. They walk too much. They exert themselves. Do you know that dehydration is linked to a greater stroke damage?
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Mm-hmm.
More than 795,000 Americans have a stroke every year, according to the Disease Control and Prevention Center. People who aren't well hydrated when they have a stroke are about 4 times more likely to have a worse outcome than other people who have more fluids, and new studies suggest. Researchers found that stroke effects worsened or stayed the same in 42% of dehydrated patients after hospitalization for their stroke, compared to 17% of hydrated patients. Also, stroke outcomes may be worse among dehydrated patients because their blood may be thicker than patients with adequate body fluids, according to the study.
You're reading us the story?
I'm not reading a story. And I think that we have a hunch that hydration would be a key feature for stroke patients.
And that's what I like. Some of these, when they had gatherings, they were giving out water.
Right.
I like that.
I always carry a bottle of
like
water
that.
in my car with me. I always have water with me. You should always have
I
something
also
to
do.
drink.
I have this thing I bought in
Oh, yeah,
Florida.
I saw that,
It
Esther.
connects with like a thing, and it just hangs off your pocketbook. It's brilliant.
Okay.
Is it cold water?
I don't know. I just put it on, and in case
So,
of emergencies, it's
now-
always there.
Now, when you go to a doctor, Esty, and the doctor says, "Well, you're sick. You need a tonsillectomy or whatever it's called," you have to take. What do? Do you just believe the doctor?
You go to another doctor for a second opinion.
Correct. A lot of these mothers who have these little children, Neil, and you and I know that when we used to send our wives and stuff, they go to the doctor says, "Oh, you need this medicine and that medicine. You got to take it for 20 days, and the kid is sick, or the kid has a whole bunch of problems." And a lot of the mothers, they just go ahead with their stupidity and they don't go for second opinions. I know a lot of ladies who don't do that, and their kid continues to stay sick, and they shove medicines down him, then he gets better, he gets sick again. So on the Just Enough Heshy show, we recommend that you go for opinion, because I was reading a story and I met the person whose child was very sick and just couldn't get better for like 3 years, on and off. Finally, she said, she went to a doctor. A doctor wasn't there. And she got a second opinion, and the other doctor says, "Yes, you do need to do a tonsillectomy or whatever it's called." And she did take her son to do something different, and it worked. Try, not saying that they're always right or the first doctor's wrong. Try a second or third opinion. Make
Right.
your decision, but don't just procrastinate.
It depends on what the situation is,
No, because some people are
do
so
have their
loyal,
own pediatrician.
right? And they're so loyal to them that they're scared that if they go or the pediatrician finds out that they went for second opinion, the pediatrician will be angry and drop them. So don't
No,
be
who
scared about
drops people? Because that's
it.
ridiculous.
A lot of these guys get angry. Oh, you
Who
went
wants to go
another
to such
doctor?
doctors that are weird?
Yeah. Well, that's
They
the way
have
it
big
is.
egos.
They do
Very
have big egos. They do have big egos.
So yeah.
Anyways, I want to give you another trivia question, and I'm going to love this one now because a lot of people did answer my first one, and I did get a lot of Twitter quotes. Here it is. You're going to love this one. This is for Neil. According to McDonald's website, how many people does McDonald's serve each day? Neil, listen to the answer. Is it 3 million people a day?
Mhm.
I'm not talking how many hamburgers. How many people do they serve a day? Is it 12 million people? Is it 33 million people? Or is it 69 million people? You think it's 333? Both Neil and Esty say the answer is C. So I'm quickly going to get you out of it. Both of you are wrong, and I'm going to give you a hint.
So then it's the higher number.
I don't need you to help me, Neil. You're right. Happens to be 69 million people a day. You guys got to buy McDonald's stock. It's Neil. You. I think.
No, I think it's greater Starbucks. I can't imagine Starbucks
But
ever
listen,
going out of
according
business.
to
It's
the
amazing.
McDonald's website, they have more than 36,000 restaurants serving in 118 countries each day. They also serve approximately 9 million pounds of French fries a day, counting 32 billion in revenue from franchise stores. McDonald's claims the 68th biggest economy, bigger than Ecuador. Wow! Why isn't that stock going up through the roof?
It is pretty high.
It's not. It's not. I've never seen it
Isn't
really
it like
flying.
$90 or something?
Oh, it is. I don't know. They're not producing for me a lot of money. So, Esty,
Do they pay a dividend? I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna get now on a serious issue since
Ooh.
we have no choice. A lot of you people don't understand that real estate today is a very good investment. Yes, it's a struggle for 10 or 15 years. Sure, it's a fight. Sure,
Let's
it's
put it this way. Over the years, it's proven itself
Right,
out.
right. Now, sure, a lot of your properties won't go up if you're slumlords, if you don't take care of the property. You're right, you have to constantly invest in it. You're right, you won't make money all the time. Elliot Spitzer's father bought a prime building in his property, and he bought it for $91 million, I think, in 91, sold it for $1.2 billion. Okay, and now I'm reading a story today's paper that the SNL Green, they're buying some kind of a building, and it's going to be, the SNL Green has agreed to pay $2.6 billion for a 2.3 million square foot Art Deco skyscraper. But the guy who originally bought the building bought it for $675 million in 2003. Listen to this. They were earning $40 million. They vested, they fixed it up. Now it makes $120 million income. You're talking in less than 10 years, which is the rule, it doubles in value. Anyways, that is my story. So again, it's not only buying real estate, it's making sure you maintain it, take care of it, take care of your tenants. You're right, you're going to get screwed. You're right, the tenants are bad. You have to check them out. You have to give them credit histories. You have to go down to their place of work. I know I'm not asking.
No, and you also have to really be on top of the repairs.
Right.
And,
you have to watch your building.
You have to have security.
I'm not asking you to buy.
Got to be in there.
So when you're investing in your future and diversing your properties, just don't buy something small, manage it, be good to them, be friendly to them, but check them out. Yes, go down to their place of work, make sure they have a job. Don't let them tell you they're working at Kentucky Fried Chicken and they don't have a job. Make sure they give you their payment stubs. Make sure you see the tax returns. Check their credit history. Just because somebody has a bad credit history doesn't mean you don't let them into your place.
Well, you see what it is. What made it bad? Because it gives you a list.
Right, it gives you a list, especially if there were and a lot of things. But okay, Esty, Esty says it's boring. But Esty, you're going to be a big, a rich billionaire mogul buying property with a city. You have to understand that you build a city, it's going to double in value if you do it correctly.
I'm just going to hire someone for that. I'm going to hire someone for everyone, for everything, because I can't do all of it.
They're going to rip you off. Go ahead, Esty.
Okay, fine. 15 things you should give up to be happy.
Oh.
That's not
15
bad.
things. I got to hear what I have to give up to be happy, Esty.
Okay. Give up your need to always be right. Na 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 na.
Are you? Hey, 1 minute. And if 1 minute, I am happy.
He's not even considering.
Are you crazy, Esty? I am happy now being right. Why would I want to give up my right to be happy?
I could read you why they say so.
Go ahead. Tell me why they say this.
Wanting to always be right, even at the risk of ending great relationships or causing a great deal of stress and pain. For us and for others, it's just not worth it. Whenever you feel the urgent need to jump into a fight over who is right and who is wrong, ask yourself this question: would I rather be right or would I rather be kind? Wayne Dyer.
Number one, I'm married 25 years and I've always been right. Sure, I give in to her sometimes to make her happy. And look at me and Neil, we're best buddies.
Okay, let's see if you can do the others.
Who is always right, Neil?
You are always right.
Isn't this my best friend? Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, you're going to fail all of this, which proves you're not happy.
And even when I think he's wrong, and I can even maybe prove it, I find out at the end, no, he was right.
But I do have your voice of reason, and I consider it. But go ahead. But you see, look at this. Right. So far, I'm 1 for 1.
Okay, fine. Give up your need for control.
I have no control. I don't control anybody. I let the show run. I let all of you.
I never said that you are. I'm just reading it to you. Not everything applies. Give up on blame. Don't blame anyone else. Don't blame yourself. Just give up on blame.
No. You blame the person that's wrong. You blame that rat pig who hurt you.
Okay, fine. Then I'll read it. Give up on your need to blame others for what you have or don't have, for what you feel or don't feel. Stop giving your powers away and start taking responsibility for your life.
100%. I agree to that one.
Okay, give up your self-defeating talk. Like, don't tell yourself, "Oh, I'm stupid. I can't do this." Just don't.
Sure. No negativity.
No negativity in your brain.
Why shouldn't I? I don't say I'm stupid, but if I can't run, for example, today, my partner Penny was screaming at me. You walked from Geralman Street to Sackett Street. You only walked 20, not even a mile. I said, "Are you crazy, man?" And then he puts it in the thing, and he saw that I walked 2 miles in 30 minutes. He was shocked. He says, "Oh, it's 1.8 miles." But I said, "Look, I walked an extra 2-3 blocks." He couldn't believe it. It ate his heart up that I did 2 miles today in the middle of a cold, freezing day.
It wasn't
cold, freezing day.
It's crazy.
No, it was.
Oh, I thought it was too hot to walk in that.
Are you crazy? This morning,
68 degrees.
I was stupid. I was thinking of taking my coat. I says, "Take the coat."
Oh my!
And I said,
I walked all the way back home for my sweater.
It was frozen.
It wasn't frozen.
I got
it was
to the
cold.
second, my fingers were chilled to the bone. I had to go have a tea.
Okay, fine. The next one.
Are you crazy? I was.
You are really.
I was ready to call my boy from Borough Park. Come fetch me. But I did walk the 2 miles. Go ahead.
Okay. Give up your limited limiting beliefs. Like, don't think that things aren't impossible. Believe things are possible. Don't, like, let your mind stop you.
What are you, crazy? Of course there are things impossible. I'm not going to turn invisible. I'm not going to fly. There are many things impossible.
Spread your wings and fly. That's actually what it says in the end.
See, that's a stupid thing.
No.
There are things
you have limiting beliefs. You want to believe anything's possible. It'll make you happier.
You know
Doesn't matter if it is or not. Believe it.
You know what? You know why that's a stupid thing, what you just said? And Neil, you're going to love this one. There's a crazy guy.
I know. But you right away, you're jumping up her ass.
No, I'm not jumping up her ass.
Everything is no good.
No, because she talks crazy things.
What? This is an actual thing online. Like this is mine.
Online is not right.
That's just
I'm
crap.
on the radio.
You're always right. That's why, whatever. No.
Right. That's why number one applies.
It's an official site.
No, official site. Here's an official site. The Uncle Just Enough Heshy Show. Whatever I say is correct. By the way, Esty, there was an extreme climber. He goes to base jumping and he drops. He says, you know what? I'm a great jumper. Dean Prado, renowned for his daring climbs and base jumps, was one of 2 men killed in Yosemite National Park this weekend. The man is stupid. It's impossible. I'm going to show the whole world that I can jump off this.
What's he doing? From here to there?
He jumped off a thing, base, and I think he wanted to
He died?
He wanted to land on the other side.
The other side, or he wanted to do those fake flying things. Some people are stupid. If it's impossible, and it's
nothing's impossible.
It's impossible.
There's a guy who can hold his breath for 13 minutes. Is a magician. He can do things that are.
It's a magician. It's magic, which means it's fake.
No. He went to Tibet to learn how to do this. He had to train himself,
for 13 minutes.
Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, give up complaining. That's never good. Just say yes.
Why? Constructive criticism.
Hey, did you hear my opening quote? You missed my opening quote. Constructive criticism is very good. You're supposed to complain.
No, it isn't. There's nothing good about
when I go to a job site, I complain that this is no good, that's no good. And
there's no time and place to complain in life.
Go ahead, read out what this.
I'm asking you.
What?
There's no time that it's even proper to complain.
It's just saying.
I'll give you an example.
It's just saying that it won't make you happy to complain.
I'll give you an example. If there's a woman who's sitting in a conference room and the guys are talking a little manly and she's not comfortable, wouldn't it be proper for somebody to speak up and say, hey guys?
I think when they say complain, they mean oh, this is bad. They don't mean if you have a problem, speaking up.
Are you you ever go to the beauty parlor for your hair?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, now if somebody brings her little kid and he's running around and he's screaming and making noise, would you complain to tell the mother to stop it?
I'm not good at complaining.
So you would just let the kid make a ruckus and turn things over upside down, spill his food on the floor?
Not my problem.
What do you mean it's not your problem? When your nephews and nieces come over to your house?
I don't take care of kids. I don't. I'm just I don't know what to do with them.
But if they come into your room and they start turning over your bed?
Yeah, I'll just push them out.
But you wouldn't complain?
Complain about what?
Complain.
How is that going to help anything? It just makes you happier to not.
I complain. I like to complain.
Give up the luxury of criticism.
Neil,
No, we are all different, yet we are all the same. We all want to be happy. We all want to love and be loved, and we all want to be understood. We all want something, and something is wished by us all. Okay, there's just no reason to criticize. Just be positive. It'll just make you happier. Negative feelings aren't good for you. Give up your need to impress others.
What?
It'll make you happier to be fine with yourself and not need other people.
I want you to know, audience, we were coming home from the Ralph Romeo show, and me and Esther were walking on the street with Neil, and she says, why do you always say you do good things? Why do you bag yourself up? I said, I don't bring myself up. I try to tell people I do good. You should do good. You
can do that without saying about yourself.
No, that's not true. I don't need to say anything.
Have you ever heard me say oh, I went to the hospital like that? Have you ever heard me say it?
Because you don't do it.
Of course not. I just wouldn't tell you about it. It's who pats themselves on the back? It's weird.
Why shouldn't I pat myself on the back?
To the whole public, everyone has to know.
Because I'm trying.
It's called modesty.
No, I'm trying.
You're a Corva.
But wow! Hello, producer. Wow. Somebody get to find me.
Lack of modesty, right?
I love Esty. I'm showing you my words. Everybody, Corva.
Yeah.
Corva. Go ahead. You got me on that one. Just because you said that, but you see how you use the word Corva? That's what the meaning of Corva is. Stop. See, now you understand. It's not a bad word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You change mine every day. So give up your need to impress others. Just be happy with yourself. Give up your resistance to change when things are different. Just try and flow with it.
So I should allow gay marriage. I should allow atheism.
You can't allow anything. You don't have the power to allow.
Allowing.
You want to like it, not like it.
But why should I give up? Maybe somebody.
You don't have to change. It's saying when personal things in your life change, not your opinions and what's going on in the world. It's more if you move out of your house, it's difficult, it's strange, but chill with it. Okay, give up
I can
labels.
maybe give her that one.
Okay, give up labels.
What do I mean? What does labels mean?
Stop labeling those things, people, or events that you don't understand as being weird or different, and try opening your mind little by little. Minds only work when open. And then this was where the quote was from. The highest form of ignorance is when you reject something that you don't know anything about. That's where this quote's from.
So you're telling me the people that walk down the street with the purple hair and tattooed bodies.
Why do you have to judge people? Like, why? They're different than you. Imagine you were in their brain. You'd understand all of a sudden.
It's not normal to have purple hair.
Maybe they don't care about normal.
But they're stupid.
According to you, who are you?
I'm a normal person. I'm a voter.
No, you're not. You're a closed-minded person from a community that brainwashed you.
Hold on, excuse me. Somebody's walking around with purple hair, with piercings.
I wanted to get blue streaks in my hair. I think it looks nice. For a while, I had a fake one. I think it looks nice.
You're crazy.
Because I disagree with you, or because you only have this small, closed-minded from where you're from, and purple hair was never acceptable. How can you let them rule your mind?
I have another question for you. Is a belly ring fine? A belly button ring?
Yes.
Who sees a belly button ring? Who wants a belly button ring? Is that normal? I understand earrings.
Heshy can't understand it. Hence, not normal. You are in your own little world. Not everyone agrees with you. Not everyone sees the world as you.
Everybody agrees that belly button rings are wrong.
What? Nobody.
Why is it wrong?
It's wrong. It's disgusting.
You know, I want your opinion. You can reach us at 718-303-9090.
No, don't
say Justin of Heshy Show.
An anklet bracelet.
Ankle bracelet's nice.
Oh, it's nice. You
so who decides?
That's classic.
You know, he should open up a blog because Heshy said so. What is that?
Because an anklet bracelet, you don't stick into your skin like an animal.
What about regular earrings? That's okay? Who decides?
Earrings are acceptable because
the
Bible,
like an animal
the Bible says.
So it's about the Bible. It's not about, sticking things inside yourself. You know, it's...
Esty, you know I'm right. I know that you think.
I understand how your mind works because I used to be like that, closed-minded, and like, what I mean, you're wearing purple hair. You must be wrong. Like,
it's sick. It's sick what you're talking, and I don't want to hear it.
Oh, because you can't open your mind. You're from this tiny community. You've never looked outside the box.
Excuse me. I'm a member of the world. I'm a citizen.
You're like a 75-year-old man.
Why?
Like,
I'm telling you. With all your stuff, you're like a 75-year-old.
And how you view the world, they were more prudish back then.
Women shouldn't this,
can I tell you something else? Would you like something else for me to upset you? I believe that nobody has a right to go to a church, synagogue, or mosque with sneakers. You have to go with shoes like a man. Of course, on a certain holiday, we have to wear sneakers.
Because Heshy said so.
No, because you have to go dressed classy. You have to go dressed nice.
That's none of your business.
Now, if you don't have shoes,
you think you are the sayer of everything. You're not.
So why don't I go
into someone else's mind for 2 minutes? You'll start saying like, "Hey, the world isn't exactly like this."
Why don't I go to a wedding with ripped jeans, no shirt?
Who asked you?
Wait a minute, it's not right.
It's not. Who decided it's not right?
It's the proper.
Did you see God come down and say,
"You're such a"? You know what you are?
Yeah.
Do you know what you are?
Excuse me. We were at Mount Sinai, and God came down and He gave us a bunch of rules.
And He said, "No sneakers, or no Jordans, no cats."
Heshy, you know what you are? You're a conformist. If everyone's doing it, I should do it too. You would just follow them straight over the cliff because everyone's doing it.
Yes, that's your problem. You don't treat yourself with respect. Nobody will treat you with respect.
Who says your shoes are more respectful than
I was giving you an example.
So give me another
conformist.
I gave you, walk like a prince.
Wait, Heshy, do you know what conformist means?
And you will be somebody normal. Walk like a bum, and you'll be treated like a bum.
Okay, that's up to them.
You believe that people who fake it make it?
No, not fake it. Try to. For example, do you actually think that people want to go out there and clean or serve food to the poor? You think it's easy to sit there for 14, 18 hours a day and help clean an old lady that's sick? You know, these nurses that are wonderful, and
what's the point of all?
My point is they're being nice, and you think they're faking it? They're holding back their hate.
We're so not talking about that. It's ridiculous.
We are, man. Neil just said fake it or
not with charity. That's not. He meant the suit. Really? If he wears a suit, it'll make it.
No. When you go serve your God or your Creator.
Heshy, do you know what conformist means?
I know what conformist means.
So in other words, it just shows you how you really don't understand the difference in when you and how you were brought up. Because, in Israel, there are many places where the most religious of people wear a knitted yarmulke, and they don't wear no jackets and hats and none of that. And they come with shorts and sneakers.
Not shorts.
Yeah, sure, they come with shorts. Sure, they
not in the religion.
Don't tell me no.
Nobody shows up in church in shorts.
Why not? I don't know about church. I don't go to church.
Okay, but I'm saying if you
don't go to the
synagogue. Wait. What about one of those hippie religions, like where you're supposed to be a like? I'm sure they have random gods.
That's stupid.
They wear sneakers.
That's stupid. There's 10,000.
Just because Heshy said so.
Do you know how many religions have started? You heard the caller the other week. How many religions have started from the first 3 religions that were the main religions? There's been 10,000 other cults and religions that have started across the world.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they're right.
They're supposed to wear sneakers. That's how they're honoring their
God.
God.
It doesn't mean they're wrong.
I'm not saying.
In other words, it's an interpretation.
I'm not saying they're wrong, but you should
In other words,
try.
why do you think so much that your interpretation of something is the right one? You know why? Because that's what they've been telling you for the last 50 years. And so that's it. You don't even know the other interpretation.
Okay, so let me continue. Give up. No, okay. Give up on your fears. You know, fear is just an illusion. It doesn't exist. You created it. It's all in your mind. Correct the inside and the outside will fall into place.
I agree.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Wow. Isn't that a wonderful sign?
Now you like this post?
That's very hard.
That was the only
but
one.
It's very hard.
Very hard. Very hard. I have fear every morning when I wake up and I come out.
I don't know how you do it. You're the strongest man I know.
I love you.
Okay.
No, for real. I never understood how you do it. No matter what kind of day you're having this week, but
I love you.
You're out there in the morning and you're going.
Every morning I
like a bull.
Okay, let me continue.
But it's
true, and I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of you.
Fear, I can't give it
because then
up.
I can maybe make big bucks like you. Instead, I said I suffer. I suffer.
Okay. Give up on your excuses. You no longer need them. A lot of times we limit ourselves because of the many excuses we use. Instead of growing and working on improving, we get stuck lying to ourselves.
No, I have excuses. I can't.
I'm not talking about you. This is just in general.
I'm talking about myself. I want to be part of this group. I have an excuse why I can't do certain things.
Then you won't be happy. That's all.
I'm happy. I know I have an excuse why I can't go to the gym every day. I want to go to the gym. I've never gone. I have a membership. I have an excuse every day.
Exactly.
Okay.
Give up the past. Basically, the past, things might have happened. Just let it go.
Well, I can't. I try, but I can't. So you're
difficult.
telling me just for that alone, I'm not happy?
It's saying that if you want to be happy, try to do these things. That's all.
But if I did most of them, I could be happy?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, fine.
I don't know if you can ever be
I am happy, Neil.
I know one day you'll be happy.
Really when?
I can't tell you.
I know, I love you.
But you will be happy.
Oh, that bastard drops dead and I want him to suffer. Then I'll be happy. Go ahead.
So give up attachment. I don't really know what that means, but I guess don't, attach yourself too strongly to people or something.
Don't suck your thumb forever?
I don't know.
I like to suck my
and
thumb
give
forever.
up living your life to other people's expectations.
Why? I want to live my life to other people. I want people to.
You do what you want to do. Don't let anybody else influence you.
Esty is wrong. Everybody, you should live up to the expectations that
of
other people
others.
have of you.
No, you should have expectations for yourself.
No,
Nobody else should tell you what to do.
No, but
or how to live.
You're wrong. I tell my boys every day what to do and how to live, and they should expect to do better and grow higher. I give advice out all the time, and I want
to. Terrible.
Yeah,
you are terrible.
I'm not terrible. I think I'm 100% right. And a lot of people who have listened to me in the past have thanked me for their advice.
I'm sure after you beat them for 4 hours, that they'll thank you for anything. Okay,
Neil. By the way, I want to show you how crooked America is. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that the cost of eggs at your local supermarket are set to skyrocket? Shoppers may see a sizable increase in the price of eggs and listed this as a result of a recent shortage. Come on, God's sakes!
There's a flu out there. They're killing off millions of chickens.
Really?
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah. And therefore, they have less egg.
So in all farms or in one specific one?
No, it seems to be spreading.
And you know what I heard?
What? There'll be no more chicken?
And I heard you can't keep eggs for more than a certain amount of time.
Of course not.
I went and froze my eggs on Passover. I froze my eggs, and my friend Heshy was making fun of me. Oh, you froze the eggs? They're no good. What are you talking about? They were perfect.
Wait, what is the inside like? Is it also frozen the inside?
Yeah, so cool. And then you open it up and you put it in with a little butter. Wow, it's great. These people are sick in their brain. I love frozen eggs, the way you cook it, and it melts right in front of you.
That'd be a good recipe. I just can't think of anything.
And it's so much easier to make a poached egg that way.
Nice.
I love poached eggs.
Yeah, I know. I finally learned poached means the yellow thing in the middle. I didn't know what it was.
Sweetie,
I thought it was fancy.
You make the egg for like 2.5 minutes. It's a little hard and still soft, and you crack open the top and you eat with a little spoon, or you spill it out on bread. It's like a soft-boiled egg, but a hard.
That's what I ate this morning. I call it a 3-minute egg.
You'll have to make it for me.
Egg.
And I had some toast. I crunched into it.
Isn't it great? And you poured it all over. It was wonderful. Great.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was the easiest thing I can think of to make.
But it's great. It's very, very good.
I just eat toast.
What? Okay.
No.
No problem.
You need
But
a
you turn around
protein.
like-
No, because you need a protein.
It's like a bean toast. It's not like carbs. It's made out of.
So
I don't really know what.
as we're coming to the end of the show, I want to ask you a question, Neil. You all know that the this guy who drove the train who crashed and a lot of people died, right? So he was ranting and
like
raving.
9 people.
9 people. So he was ranting and raving that there's no protection in it, and I think something happened to that train. I don't think this guy was crazy that he pushed it up to 106 miles an hour. Something happened. Not that he passed out. Today, I was reading an article that there might have been a gunfire or a shot.
Right, but they said that that wouldn't cause it to crash the way it did.
No.
That's what I got the latest news before I came in. And number 2, this guy said pumped it up, and they said because there were 3 turns on that track,
Right.
and it could be that he thought he passed the 3rd one already, and he was speeding up because once you pass that one, it's straight all the way, and he doesn't remember what happened. He actually doesn't remember what happened.
I know.
And that was a pretty.
At least they're not killing
they're all
him.
upset that he got a lawyer. He's allowed to get a lawyer.
He should get a lawyer. He doesn't know what's going to happen.
Right. And and I don't think he did anything wrong, but I feel bad that he was the guy at the
You
helm.
think he wanted to do something wrong?
No.
You think he wanted to get hurt?
No.
His life was on the line
Right.
just the same.
Right.
Come on.
And he wasn't, and they gave him a drug test. He passed it. So whatever.
Right.
Anyways, everybody, this is the end of the Just Enough Heshy show for tonight. Thank you for listening. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have comments. You can Twitter us at Just Enough Heshy. You could hit me on the Facebook, Just Enough Heshy. You can listen to my daily quotes at the Just Enough Heshy Facebook page. You can email us at where, SD?
At justinoughheshy@gmail.com.
And
We're-
I want you to...
We're live on YouTube. You can rewatch the videos whenever.
Right, exactly. Even though we're 5 minutes late today because of the producer. And most importantly, you can get the BL Premium Electric Cigarette to try to save your life, to quit smoking. I'm talking Neil into it. I hope he listens to me once and for all.
What about the surgery?
We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But everybody, come back tomorrow. It's our last show before the holiday weekend, and then we'll be back to you again in 2 weeks. But I want to give you my closing quote. And this one you're going to love. We, the people, are the soldiers. It is we, the people, who are the soldiers, not the reporter who has given us freedom of the press. It is we, the people, who are the soldiers, not the poet who has given us freedom of speech. It is we, the people, who are the soldiers, not